fuck up.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 23 of An Evening with 112. I'm your host with the fucking most, baby. And we're talking about DFW 2025 since it's next week. Now, I was going to do this one Wednesday, next Wednesday, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that because I'm probably gonna be spending all fucking Wednesday packing and making sure that I have everything in order. So then once I leave work Thursday, I can come here, take a shower, get dressed, and then just grab my stuff and just Uber from here to the place all of us are staying at. So before we get into this, Crayon, what's going on, my man? How are you? I also put up a video today, put up a review. I got that edited and finished and uploaded by at least 3:30 this morning because I was on the members only last night for Figure Fight Club, which I appreciate all you gentlemen letting me be on. That was fun. I got to open this lovely lady on stream. Gonzo gave me the okay to open her since I guess we're close enough to DFW. So now I got to do a review of her, but that's not the next review. The next review is teased in the review that I put up. So I tried something new. I tried something a little bit different, a different type of format with that last review. So you let me know if you like it. I don't even know if YouTube is even sending people notifications when I go live or when I upload videos. I don't think it is because it seems like my algorithm is all fucked up when it comes to like when I go live and when I put videos up. So it's really annoying. But I guess I got to work through it. But yeah, so DFW is next weekend. I'm very excited. I know a lot of us are excited because this will be the first time a lot of us are meeting in person. Some of us are reuniting for the first time. So it'll be fun. Unfortunately, the dio that I was working on that I was going to bring to enter into the contest will not be done by then. I didn't get to finish the trees that I wanted to, and some of the more environmental pieces that are that I wanted to add to that and make it modular so I could assemble and disassemble it. I wanted to put magnets in those, so I wasn't able to do that in time. But I mean, I have like a piece that I was working on yesterday because I went to Ollie's to see if they had any classified series for $12.99. They did not. And then I went to Daiso and they had some styrofoam. So I bought a block of styrofoam and I carved it into a rock yesterday. So, and then just painted it. Obviously, it needs a couple more pieces. And the bottom needs to be painted, but I'm going to cut the center out and put a magnet in there so then I could just boop, put the magnet on there. It stays. It's not going to be messing around when I'm doing reviews on that. So you'll see that pretty soon whenever I finish the trees and get the foliage and all that stuff for that. But I won't have it done this year for DFW, sadly. But it will be done and I will use it for reviews because I worked too hard and put too much into it for it to just be wasted. So sadly, that won't be at DFW. But since we're talking about DFW, let me go ahead here and pull up the information. Okay. So it will be the 27th or the 29th at the Airport Marriott Hotel in Irving, which is near the airport. And Irving is not that far from me either. I want to say it's about 20 minutes from me. Because I've gone to the convention center for the horror convention, and then Saturday I went to go see Baby Metal, which I've mentioned it a few times that I was gonna see them, but I did go. It was fucking awesome. I was in the pit, so I got to see Bloody Wood. Blackfield Brides I got to see too for the first time, and Baby Metal I saw, which was pretty cool. Fun show. Definitely will do the pit again. But anyway, back to DFW. Jeff, what's going on? I thought you were still streaming. So I took a nap and I just woke up from a nap. And then in terms of the show hours that we're dealing with, so June 27th, it's 6 to 8, and that's the preview night. So this will be the first preview night that I'll be going to in terms of DFW, because I only went Sunday last year. But that's whenever the vendor area opens and you're able to walk around the vendors area. I don't know if they'll have like a separate area for Artist Alley or if that's going to be blended in. Usually the conventions I've gone to, sometimes they've blended Artist Alley in with the vendor. Sometimes they've had Artist Alley separately. So I don't know, since it's a new vendor or a new location. But that morning, if you are a Commander's package, if you purchase the Commander's package, you'll be able to do all but 2 workshops. Mikey's workshop that him and his father are doing, and then the vehicle build, which is on Saturday. But from the list that they have here, which I believe all that's on the website here, will be available on Friday to Commander's package, which I bought mine on Tuesday. I know I waited pretty close to the day, but the gentleman that runs this said that they were going to have plenty left. So, and then June 28th, it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., but it's 9 a.m. for Commander's package. I think both days we get in an hour early. Saturday, I don't know how long we plan to be there in the morning, because I believe Jeff will be doing a field trip with a group of us, and we're going to go to different toy stores in the area. So, and then so it'll be open 10 to 5, and then 7, I think 6 or 7 p.m. is when It's Chad will conduct the second It's Chad swap meet, which I, again, did not get to attend last year because I only went Sunday, so this will be my first year doing that. And I have a bag of stuff. I actually actually managed to already work out a trade with Abby and Jay Gonzo for 4 items. So it's 4 less items that I have to carry around, and it's for some Valaverse figures that I needed to finish my army builders. So fun. Appreciate you gentlemen for helping me out there. Um, and then 10 to 3 on Sunday, which is 9 a.m. That's what I did last year. I paid the couple extra dollars to do the early bird. And I believe at 11 or 12 Sunday is when Valaverse will have their panel. And if I remember correctly, Bobby is going to be doing it like he did last year, where he's going to record it. And all of us that are there at the panel have to keep quiet and keep amongst ourselves what is shown. And then that next week, the panel will go up, and then we can all talk about what was shown. And he also said that some of the stuff in the panel might be available for purchase early as soon as the panel's over. So I don't know what that implies. I'm not too sure, but I do remember him mentioning that on one of the 3 POA podcast things. And Jay Gonza reminded me that if you are a 3 POA member on YouTube, Ryan Laserpants is giving away 3 POA poker chips. So I think he'll only have a certain amount of them, and I think he's going to only give them away on Friday. So if you're there, be there or be square. But that's pretty much the schedule. Pretty simple, pretty by the books. And then in terms of the tickets, if anyone hasn't purchased their tickets yet, the commander's package is $75, and then after the tax and the service fee, I think it's like $83 or something like that. Which is a little bit higher than what it was last year, but considering what you get with it, it's not bad. You're already getting a t-shirt. You get that cool badge with the lanyard, which is cool. You get to do the meet and greet on Friday because that's included. You have access to Friday 6 to 8. You get in 9 to 5 on Saturday and 9 to 3, so you do get in an hour earlier than everyone else. You do get the Friday only workshops as well from 10 to 4, which I'll take a look at in a minute. And then if you are only able to go on Friday, it's going to be $25 plus $206 sales tax and 68 cents for the service fee. So that'll only get you in for the 2 hours on Friday. The early bird for Saturday is 20. Sunday it's 15. Regular admissions 15, 10. The workshop for Mikey and his dad to build the spaceman is going to be $50, which isn't bad, considering that you get to build a custom figure and you get to take that figure home. And they're going to go through a step-by-step on how to torso crack and do some stuff. So if you are new and you want to get into customizing figures, that's going to be a great class to go to. And Mikey and his dad are extremely talented individuals and very knowledgeable about this stuff. I can't wait to pick up my custom head sculpts that I had Mikey paint for me, because those are absolute works of art. And then the vehicle building workshop is going to be on Saturday from 8 to 10, and you get to build a 1/18 scale vehicle. Um, so I believe Gonzo and Mython did this last year, and Gonzo said it was cool, and you had to keep the tools and stuff. So pretty cool, not bad. And then this is all the information for the commander's package, which I already went over. I do think you still get the badge and the lanyard, I think. And then in terms of the guests, you have a Guy Cassidy, Jamie Sullivan, which I'm going to be taking a look at some of the art that some of these artists are doing, because this is really cool. And I have a lot of like blank spaces on the wall that are over here in my area where my computer and stuff like that is, and I like having a bunch of art to look at. So George Vega is also going to be there, and he showed I think it was on Figure It Out. He showed what the convention exclusive print is going to be, but his art is just really cool. And he did the design for the shirt. Bob Swanson is going to be there. I know I'm going to mess up that gentleman's last name, but he is also going to be there. I'm going to mess this gentleman's name up too. So I'm not even going to attempt it. But he did the Wolverine, the Pogo, the Mauler, the APC, and he also did the flag, which is really cool. Kirk Bazigian, which is also really cool. I wish that Law and Order came out before DFW. That way a lot of people could have got that signed. Trying to see if I could find the gentleman that did the Defiant, because I believe he's going to be there this year, and someone bought, I think it was Mython, got this beautiful print of the Defiant that looked like the box art, and I wanted that Defiant print, and I wanted that signed, because the Defiant is one of my favorite Joe vehicles. It's one of my grills. And I would love to meet the guy that designed and created that. Trying to look and see. That Monster Blaster is pretty cool too. The Hydrofoil Thunder Machine. I think this is the gentleman that Woody wants to meet, because he did the Warthog and the Razorback. And then you have a couple of the voice actors and some of the writers. I know a lot of you are excited to meet Keanu Young, who voiced Storm Shadow. Oh wow, that's awesome. The artwork's really cool. I think I actually owned some Joes as a kid that had his artwork on it, because I didn't have the original Joes from the 60s, but I did have the re-released ones that they did. I had the Action Sailor, I had the Action Marine, and I think I had the accessory pack to turn him into the Navy SEAL. Zach Hoffman, who voiced Zartan, another one of the original artists. The voice actor for Firefly and Cutter and Spirit. Oh, that's awesome. The artwork's cool. Oh, I guess he's not. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Dave Kunitz. Yeah. So on the meet and greet Friday, I will be looking forward to meeting this gentleman and getting something with the Defiant signed and talking to him because, yeah, the Defiant is an absolute masterpiece of a vehicle and will always be my favorite Joe vehicle, even though like all of this was like before I was born. But I will always have such an appreciation for the Defiant. Um, the voice actress for Zorana, I might have to meet her too because I am I am a fan of Zorana. Um, oh man, this art is awesome too. That snow job art is really cool. And then they have the 501st, the 788th. What's weird is that they don't have the Mando Mercs on here. Interesting. Because my coworker is in the Mando Mercs and he volunteered. He had to volunteer to work DFW as one of the events. That is so weird that they didn't put the Mando Mercs on there. Interesting. But there's Mikey right there. And then Kalsai Longbow is on there as well. Empire Toys, that's cool. It's actually near where my aunt lives, that toy store. Oh yeah, Mark II Design is going to be there too. I'm curious what he'll be selling in terms of printed stuff. What's weird is I don't see. Oh, there it is, Patriot Force. I'm curious to see those in person too because I did back that Kickstarter. So, and then there's Chad. It's Chad. Which I feel extremely bad for him. He did a stream with Duarte and Mikey, and Chad's collection took a bit of a tumble. Is the most respectful way that I can say that. And a lot of his Grail items got destroyed, and his flag got destroyed. And I feel extremely bad for him because I know how upsetting that is to have like pieces stuff in your collection that you cherish to have that stuff destroyed. And I cannot imagine the amount of frustration he is feeling. So hopefully a lot of that stuff can easily be fixed or replaced in terms of parts that were broken. And hopefully he's able to fix all that stuff because that was a bummer. So see. Oh, what's up, Bobby? I was talking about earlier. I was talking about our stream, which if you haven't seen it, it was pretty fun. I think we were live for almost 2.5 hours. I felt bad because you and Max and Talib were all tired. You were just trudging through. Um, and someone won a Republic Guard last night, which was cool too. Triple D's Dungeons, what's going on? Um, yeah, it was pretty bad. I was listening to it while I was at work, and my I yeah was pretty. I would have been extremely pissed. The fact that he kept his cool is impressive because I would have been extremely pissed. Hopefully he has insurance on that stuff that got damaged. Um, but yeah, that just fucking sucks. Um, so the schedule here for Friday is 10 to 6 for all the vendors. The tips and tricks of toy photography at 10 a.m. This is one that I am going to be attending, just to see, you know. I've picked up different tips and stuff like that from other collectors in terms of photography. So I'm curious what other techniques I can add uh, under the belt. And then diorama design and construction at 11. I'm also curious about this too because I'm getting back into making dioramas like I showed at the beginning. Like I went and I carved a rock out of styrofoam, and I have to do trees for the forest dio that I'm working on. So um, I'm curious if there's any questions or anything that I can ask again, or any tips. The 1/12 scale figure workshop is that's Mikey's class that he's going to be doing. The tips and tricks of vehicle customization is at 2. Basics of 12-inch figure repair is at 3. 6 to 8 is again that preview night where the vendors are open for at least 2 hours. You're able to walk around. At 8 is when the showroom closes. I do think that's funny that somehow somehow it went from like capital letters to like lowercase letters to OM, and then we're just back to lowercase. Um, and then from 8 to 10 is the Commander's package mixer with the Hasbro Legends. And it says limited to 30, but someone told me that it was more than that it was open to more people that had the Commander's package. So I'm not too sure. Saturday is the vendor load in. 9 a.m. is when the early bird, I don't know why I just copied that. The early bird or the Commander's package attendees are able to go in. This day, I don't know why I said it like that. This day, I'm gonna try to talk to the show owner and see if I can go in quickly to just do a walk around and just record that real quick before anyone goes inside, because I don't want to have to do any extra editing and blur people's faces out and clip people out. So we'll see if he's cool with it, then cool. If not, then I will just not record at all. And then 10 a.m. is general admission. Chicken Fried Toys panel is at 10. 11 is selling the adventure, the role of G.I. Joe marketing. 12 is when Mikey and his dad have a panel. 1 p.m. is behind the battle panel. 2 p.m. is the longbow panel. 3 p.m. is behind the scenes of G.I. Joe's first live action micro movie. Let's see, G.I. Joe Grills, panels at 4. The showroom closes at 5. 7 p.m. is the second annual It's Chad Swap Meet, which, according to Chad, anyone can attend this. So even if you don't have a ticket to DFW, you can attend this. I think the requirements are that you bring, if you are planning on selling or trading anything, to at least bring a tote worth of items that you want to sell or trade. And so that is what's going on. I don't know how long that's going for. There's no like end time here, so I don't know. 8 p.m. is that 1/18th scale vehicle building workshop, which was 75 at 75 to participate in that. And you do get to take a vehicle home, so you're not just paying $75 for just nothing. You are taking home tools that you used during the workshop. You're taking home a vehicle. And then 9 p.m. is the trivia contest, which I think it's teams of 4, either like teams of 4 or teams of 6, and it goes from like trivia questions from like 1960s G.I. Joe up until now. And then that vehicle building workshop is limited to 20. Sunday is going to be the vendor refresh. 9 a.m. is the early bird. 10 a.m. is the animated series panel with all the voice actors. 11 a.m. is another G.I. Joe panel. 12:30 is the Valverse panel. 1:30 is the last panel, and then 3 p.m. the showroom closes, and then Jeff will be having a barbecue at the Airbnb on Sunday. I believe it's an open invitation. Jeff can verify that in the chat, and I'll be happy to pull that up. And then that'll be technically our last night for all of us at the Airbnb, and then all of us are leaving on Monday. Because I think Woody Sheen and Gonzo, I believe all their flights are on Monday. And then I'll just have all my stuff packed Sunday night, and I'll just head back here on Monday and get to editing whatever clips or anything like that I have from DFW. So it'll be fun. I gotta go to GameStop. Obviously, like, I gotta go to GameStop, guys. I gotta buy some Switch games. What's up, Justin Booth? How are you, sir? Barbecue and showing in Retro Freaks 2, which is even better. You get a 2-for-1, people. You get a 2-for-1. So yeah, not a bad schedule. I do like that they do have the schedule like already in advance. I do appreciate when conventions do this shit and they don't do it where it's like, oh, it's like a week, or it's like the week of the convention and it's like, here's the schedule, and it's like, dude, why do you wait to put the master schedule like the week of or the week before? Because then you're fucking up with my schedule, because I have this and this to do. Like, they do that with the horror convention like every year, and it pisses me off because it's like, I already have shit set aside that I want to get signed and people that I want to meet, and then you just drop the fucking schedule like the week of, and it pisses me off. because it's like, oh, I have to go to this part in the convention center and it's going to be fucking packed because this is going on, or photo ops are happening at this fucking time. And it's like, thanks. Thanks. When will I learn? I never will learn. I don't think. I probably won't. I'll still continue to go because it's fun. And then for anyone that's entering the custom contest, they have the custom figure contest and the diorama contest. The diorama is 24 by 24. And then it looks like 8 by 8 is what the figure base will be that this is on, which I got to see this last year. It was really cool. Getting to see all the different figures and dioramas and stuff. Like these were all from last year, which is pretty cool. This is like one of the dioramas they had last year. And so first place is 75 GI Joe bucks, which you get to spend at the convention. Second place is 50. Third place is 25. Same thing with the custom figure contest. I'll probably enter it next year. It's just I couldn't get the fucking trees done in time, sadly. And I don't even know how the hell I was going to get that up to the Airbnb and get it to DFW and take it back from DFW to the Airbnb, then take it home without it getting fucked up. So that's fine. I will be definitely wandering and taking a look at everyone's entries though, because I love seeing everyone's creativity. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they showed what the shirt is going to be this year, so I guess it's just we'll see next week what it is. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's no Joe Fest, right? I know the big dog when it comes to like the GI Joe conventions is Joe Fest. Which this is not, but I don't mind that it's a smaller convention because I do prefer smaller conventions to bigger conventions. Like I went to Fan Expo last year and I fucking struggled the whole time. I was like pretty anxious the whole weekend. It was really crowded. I had like a hard time breathing in certain areas because it was just really packed. So, I like these smaller conventions. So, will I ever do a Joe Fest? I don't know if I would take the trip all the way to Georgia for that. I think DFW would be like it for me when it comes to this stuff. But it'll be fun. Sunday will also be fun because you have the opportunity of wheeling and dealing with vendors because that's what I did last year. And that is fun because obviously they don't want to take a whole bunch of shit home with them. So wheeling and dealing and negotiating is your friend on Sundays and you can get some pretty good deals. Like I got a 30th anniversary airtight, almost complete. I think he had the wrong shotgun. It was supposed to be like he came with one, but it was supposed to be another one. And then I got a zombie viper that I think was almost complete. He was missing like the weird vine arms that you could pop and change out, but he had the helmet and the Compound Z canister that plugs into the helmet. But I got both of those for 20 a piece, which is not bad. That airtight usually goes for like 50 plus, so it's not bad. My friend Allende Showcase was there last year and he got some really good he got some really good deals. I think his video is still up on his channel. I will actually go and look and see if I can find it. Um, I don't know if he's going this year. I haven't heard anything about that, which is kind of sad because he was actually a pretty chill guy. I've been friends with him since the pandemic. Because him and I and another collector on YouTube were doing a podcast during the pandemic to keep us all um, busy and not thinking about all that unfun stuff. Let me see if I could find it here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, here we go. Where the hell is the? I guess they don't. But what's it called? I guess they don't give you the option to just click the three dots and then drop it in there. So this was his video from last year, which I got to hang out with him on Sunday, and he saved me a seat at the Valverse panel. So that was fun. It was 105 degrees outside, which wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. But the experience was fun. And I was able to get a bone collector. So I was able to get a convention exclusive, which he is proudly standing on my Cobra shelf with all my Garrison Cavalry. Actually, no, I actually haven't put my Garrison Cavalry up on that shelf. Odd. But yeah, it was bad. But I did put the link to his video in the chat. He does a lot of different reviews, Black Series, NECA figure arts, stuff like that. He reviews a lot of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai figures, which he's huge into Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. But yeah, he's awesome. I'll actually have to message him and see if he's going this year or not. If he needs me to grab him anything. But yeah, he's a cool guy. But I think, yeah, for DFW, I think that was pretty much it. I mean, I'll have more to talk about after the convention. So I'm not doing a stream next Wednesday. I'll be packing and stuff like that. But the following Wednesday, I will be back with that. But I am preparing the con backpack. So for a lot of you that went last year, you probably did see me, but you didn't know who I was, and I know who you were, which is okay. But I had this backpack on, and Ninja thought that this was a jacket, which I thought was funny, because there was no way that I was going to wear a jacket in like 105-degree weather. But I did rearrange some of the pins, but this is my convention backpack, so I am still putting pins on it. So if you see me wearing this, you know who I am. Or if you see me with the crowd of cool kids at the convention, you know who I am. But yeah, so I still have a bunch of pins that I have to put on there and rearrange. So, yeah, like I got a whole bunch over here that I haven't put on there, but yeah. So, yeah. And then in terms of, I don't even know, can we even still fucking call it Yojo June? I feel like Yojo June was like a week and then Hasbro just gave up. They were just like, fuck it. Yojo what? Yojo June? Yeah, we're not doing fucking Yojo June. That's, we'll do it a week. We'll get them hyped up for like a week and then that's it. So, trying to see if, where the hell was that picture of that 2-pack? Because Beachhead and Night Force Beachhead and Quick Kick went up for, or they didn't go for pre-order yet, but they did show the they showed the render for it. The Starfish alien thing though is up for pre-order right now. Which is this right here. This guy, this alien right here, Squid Man, is up for pre-order. I believe he is 65 or 70, which is actually not bad considering that he could have been more. He definitely could have been more. They could have been more greedy and charged more for him. I pre-ordered him. I have no idea who the fuck he is, but I think he's cool. He's like a cool starfish alien thing. He reminds me of Starro. I don't know what the fuck I'll use him for, but he looks cool. He's like a weird kaiju alien thing, and the eyeball moves, which is also really cool. I'm not even going to talk about the Mondo, the overpriced Mondo fucking Ghostbuster thing. I'm not going to send Jeff into the atmosphere with that. I'm not going to do it. And then I guess Archangel is on the way out, but it's weird because I can't find. Oh, and Rogue is showing up in the store, I guess. But yeah, I can't find. Oh, and I guess they're re-releasing Hanzo and Chewbacca. Interesting. Let me see if I can find the. Oh, I didn't mean to go that big screen. Let me see if I can find that render of. If I can find that render of Beachhead and Quick Kick really quick. Oh shit. What is that? No, we might have to talk about those. I didn't see those, but those might get purchased. So no one has a fucking picture of. Nobody has a fucking picture of the renders for Beachhead and Quick Kick. I just fucking saw these earlier and now they're just gone. What the fuck happened to... Is this like a fucking Mandela effect going on here? I don't understand. See, I knew I wasn't fucking going crazy. See, I knew I wasn't losing it. All right. So we do actually have renders here for it. I knew I wasn't going fucking crazy. So we do have the renders here for Quick Kick and Beachhead, the Night Force, Beachhead and Quick Kick. But of course, they're on a fucking like stories thing, and I have to like sit here and click on it to fucking pause it. There we go. So Quick Kick, Beachhead, they're in Night Force colors. He's got like the weird pattern on the arms. I kind of wish those are just solid instead of whatever the fuck's going on with his arms. He gets Dusty's AR, which is an FFAR. He so a reuse from Stalker in terms of the pew pews here. So that's Stalker's secondary, that is Firefly's primary, that's Dusty's primary. That is from Snow Job, I think, actually came with that sniper. I think from the, it looks like from the magazine that is Snow Jobs. Backpack is from the classic or retro carded Beachhead. That satchel is from there. Smoke grenades. Both of those knives are. The backpack is from the OG Quick Kick. The swords, the nunchucks. That knife came with. Who did that knife come with? I know I have that knife with somebody, but I can't remember who it is. Maybe Crocmaster came with that? Somebody came with that little baby knife. And then the swords are probably from Nunchuck. Maybe. I think Nunchuck comes with those. I think. That Oni mask head is definitely from the Blue Ninja 2-pack. I don't know where those swords are from. I know I've seen those swords with somebody, but I'm not too sure. But a lot of reuse. I mean, that's to be expected. This is just like an easy little thing that they threw together. Yojo June is on life support. Nah, I'm good. I wish I could get them. They don't need that pricey. Oh, spirits. It looks like it's either spirit or it's Snow Job. I know Snow Job came with a rifle, but I don't think I liked it, so I got rid of it. I gave him something else. I should get the weapons pack that Valverse did with the Arctic weapons and give that to him because I think it's still like $4 on the Valverse site. And just give him that because I don't know, something about some of the choices they use are just like there's better alternatives out there, so I would just rather give like Valverse money and just replace that so that he doesn't look weird on my shelf. But it's cool. The question is, how many stores will this actually show up in, and how many stores will not get this? Because none of my Walmarts got the Coral and Falcon 2-pack, and we definitely didn't get the Night Force repaint of the Ram with what's his name that came with Firefly's drone and stuff like that. I actually have that here. That had it was a little backpack, and it came with It came with a backpack and it had a drone with it. It was the Cobra Island fire. Well, I have it somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it is. Well, I don't know where it went, but my Cobra Island Firefly is like somewhere buried down here. This Firefly, the one that people were like, "Oh, his face is weird," and where is it? Oh, his face is weird, and his face is all weird, and his eye, he's all like cockeyed, and the vest is too chunky, and he's got shoulder pads, and blah 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 blah. But he came with his backpack. I can't remember what his name was, but anyway, that was our Yojo June reveal, guys. Yay! No Radler unboxing, no other pre-orders, no cop going up for pre-order. So, which, listen, I know people are kind of bent the wrong way about them releasing a police officer, but I think it's inappropriate. That is going to really bother me that I don't know where the hell that went. That is going to really fucking... Oh, it's right here. Fucking thing is right here and I didn't even notice it. Jeez. I know it's going to bother a lot of people that they made a police figure when, there's current events going on. But, Jeff put time into law enforcement. Rule Keeper put in 25 years. My cousin went to academy training to become a Port Authority officer. And if he didn't pass away, sadly, from Crohn's disease, he would be currently a Port Authority officer. Luckily, they did graduate him with his class. Even though he passed away, they still allowed him to graduate. So, I hate that we still have that mentality that all police are bad, even though we rely on these people to protect us and serve us, and a lot of them sacrifice themselves in the line of duty. So I feel like that figure, I know it will get made, but the fact that it was delayed because of that, and a lot of people that either served in law enforcement or are currently in law enforcement that just want a little piece of plastic to represent that, can't have that, is a bit of a shame. And that's about like as far as I'm going to go with it. Because I don't want to be that person that starts that conversation. But yeah, I understand everyone's frustration with that. Anyway, on to the Find My Figures ladies Instagram really quick here, because there are some cool things on here. I wish this wasn't the 2.5 inch figures. I kind of wish this was the more upscaled figures that Jax was doing for The Simpsons, because I do think it's weird that they're like world building with these little 2.5 inch ones, but like they're slow rolling out the bigger figures. Because I would love to have the Simpsons family car to scale with those figures. And I don't even think they did a Marge or a Maggie or a Lisa for the bigger figures, but they did Homer and Bart, and Otto, and a couple other characters. They did Mo, and he never showed up in stores. He like showed up at Ross for some reason. They like that whole wave showed up at Ross, but never showed up in the store. So that's a bummer. I hate when companies do that when they could just give us it in that bigger scale. Um, oh, this is Toy Migos. Sorry. I'll I'll show the Find My Figures ladies in a minute. I just realized because I saw the import Migos thing. So Hi Toys is doing Persona 5. I've never played Persona 5, but I know it's extremely popular, so good on them for doing that. Again, Giant Alien Starfish is on pre-order right now. I think this is, what is this? I thought this was a fucking Common Rider. I thought this was a Common Rider from the eyes. I thought this was Common Rider. Is it Gen? I know Common Rider Shin is what it is. It's from like the 70s, and he like transforms into like a bug Common Rider, but it's like he like physically transforms like whenever he does the transformation. Um he does it really good. Really good if you like I don't even know. You can't even really I don't know if you call it body horror because it's not like The Fly where he's like his fucking arms are falling off and he's like turning into The Fly. But it is about that type of special effects, which is crazy for the 70s. So it's good. I do think that's what this is supposed to be, but I'm not entirely sure. And then Amazing Yamaguchi is doing the Beast Titan, which I have no idea what the fuck this is. Um, I didn't get past the first season of Attack on Titan. I got really bored. So I don't know. He's oddly proportioned. He's got like a weird fucking build and like lanky ass arms. I don't know. I don't know. This is a question for like Articulated Ninja and them because I have no idea what the fuck what I'm looking at here. Um but he seems to be very posable, and he does come with a lot of things. I imagine this is the pre-order bonus if you pre-order from Reveltech. I saw this. This is a play toy. I'm not familiar with the company, but this is a 1/6 scale jury. I don't collect 1/6 scale, but like after seeing this, I'd be extremely tempted because I do like Jury. I haven't played Street Fighter 5 or 6, but her story is actually really cool. That she's essentially like an evil Chun-Li, but she has a cybernetic eye in her left eye. Because I think M Bison took her left eye or something like that, and it's part of her finisher that she does in the game. But it's pretty cool. I do want the Reveltech version of Jury though. I think she comes out this year, or she was supposed to come out this year. And then there was I can't remember who that person's name was, but he was in the chat last week, and he said that he's like the Reveltech aficionado, and he said that the Street Fighter stuff got delayed, which is a bit of a shame because that jury looks pretty fucking spot on to what it looks like in the game. And then Jazz Inc. Dioramas is doing a Kickstarter for the 89 Batman Batwing, and this is 1/12 scale. No release date yet. It says 2 more months. So August or September is when the Kickstarter for this should go up. So if you need a 1/12 scale if you need a 112 scale Batwing from the 89 Batman movie, uh, there you go. Not sure what we're looking at price point for this, if it's all plastic die cast, if there's LEDs in it. There's no information on that, so I don't know. But you have that. There are these 112 scale and 118 scale robots that I'm not sure if these are model kits or what these are. They look cool though. And then we have the we have the loyal subjects mask stuff here in the boxes, which I don't know anything about mask. Jeff knows about mask. So if you have any questions about mask, go to Jeff because he knows everything about that. This I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe like Final Fantasy or something. I don't know. I know this is a third party of something, but I don't know what it is. And then there's this third party Batman that's coming out, which this looks absolutely gorgeous. This is the Arkham Knight Batman. Actually, no, it is an official. See, because that was the Warner Brothers, so this is official. Batman wired cape, looks like a couple of different cape options. Really nice Bruce Wayne head sculpt. He's gonna have a couple of gadgets, batarangs look cool. Does he not come with a fucking grapnel gun? Or is that supposed to be the grapnel gun? I can't remember. I played Arkham Knight so long ago, I couldn't tell you. But this looks pretty dope. Looks dope. I like it. But yeah, this is 1/12 scale. I believe the Find My Figures ladies posted something about this like last month. But this looks pretty sick. And it looks like it's already up for pre-order. I don't know if you have to go through 5K or something like that for this. So, but if you're interested in Arkham Knight Batman, there you go. You got a really nice option for an Arkham Knight Batman. Let me switch over to the Find My Figures ladies real quick, and then we will call it. All right, so I think Erica asked me about this on the members only. The snail shell, what was that? Grisa, the alt color version of the zombie mummy girl. I don't know. I haven't gotten the first one. Gonzo has her. He sent me pictures. I think I'd have to go through like Ami Ami to get her at this point, but maybe I would consider it just because this one I want because I want to put it up to next to my Elvira on my shelf behind me, just because I think it'd be funny. This like kind of busty mummy is like next to Elvira over there on the couch. So I don't know. I think I would have to get the first version and see what the quality is of that before I buy the second version. That's how it was with the bunny girl. I bought the original Aline or Aileen, or Eileen, whatever fucking name is, the bunny girl. I got her in the regular colors, and then I was so impressed with it, and I liked the colors on the second one that I got both. Um, Figuarts is doing Dobby, which this looks fucking awesome. So, are they doing both versions of him? Are they doing both versions? Or are they doing just one version of him? Oh, they're doing okay. So this is like later on in the anime, or I guess in the manga. I don't know if they got into the point yet with uh Dobby from My Hero Academia, not Dobby, Jeff's son, Dobby. Um, I don't know if they've gotten to that point or that arc yet in the anime, but I don't want to spoil it. But I do know what happens to this character. I'm not going to spoil it, but um, pretty good, pretty good. I've seen the Revoltech, and the Revoltech looks amazing. We're getting Storm Arena stuff for Baki, which these look awesome. Yeah, there's that this fucking guy. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this fucking dude. Then you have like 1/12 scale human models, which I guess you could technically use those as Titans too. This I sent this to Gaines. This is the Bone Shell Workshop AI agent. Now listen, the fact that Toy Gaines will be able to finally have a robot for mini gains is phenomenal. Okay, this is a miracle. Okay, this is what mini gains has prayed for every day, is to have a 1/12 scale robot that scales with him. So this is cool. It was fucking hilarious because when I saw it, I immediately sent it to him. So I don't know what the price is on this. Um, if they do like a regular version of her, I might buy it because she reminds me of like Alita Battle Angel. But like the translucent one, I don't know if there's much I could do with that. Um, this is the DFW exclusive Valaverse figure. It is the Praetorian Fury. It comes with a bunch of stuff. There is a 1 of 100 blue flame variants. I guess there's a difference in the color of the flames for the flamethrower. I don't know. Like I said, I missed the actual like live reveal of this. I was in the pit, sweating my ass off, enjoying Baby Metal performing. So I didn't get to see I didn't get to see the reveal for this. Um, but there you go. That's what it looks like. I think it's glow in the dark. I think is what Woody told me, that it's glow in the dark. So um those will be at DFW. So that is the exclusive. Um Personally, I'm gonna pass on it. I just want like the regular version of the Praetorians, the red and black ones. Um just a couple of them, maybe like 3 to go with my bats. But if you like it, don't let me discourage you. Okay. I'm just some asshole on here that talks about toys. So don't let me, um, since someone didn't like the way that was phrasing it, don't let me disprove of your happiness. Um, so, you know, I do actually have to get one of these though, because Smudge Customs, um, wanted one. So Smudge, I'm gonna try my best to get you one. And we'll we'll work something out for that. Now Buzzmod showed this Edge Runners Lucy, and I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know. Half of me is like really impressed with this because it is a little bit more accurate to the anime than the Jada one is. Um, but I think what's like really throwing me off is her like little jacket that she has here. I think this is soft goods. I think either that's soft goods or it's sculpted. Yeah, it's sculpted. And the way that this is sculpted, where this is separate from this and this is just floating, it's fucking with my eyes and I don't like it. Like let me show you what I'm talking about. So with the Jada one, which I do need to do a review on these at some point. Let me see if I can. So the way that her jacket is supposed to sit, it's supposed to sit flush like this. So it's supposed to ship. It's supposed to shit. It's supposed to shit. It's supposed to sit below her shoulders. So it's supposed to sit about there. And the way that Buzzmod did it, because instead of just doing soft goods, which I don't know why they've done soft goods before, they sculpted it, and so it looks really fucking weird to the eyes because this is just floating here. So no matter, even if you pose her in like a casual thing, this doesn't sit flush like it does on this one. So I don't know. The head sculpts are really good though. The paint is really good on this. It looks great. But I don't know if I would say it's you have to go out and get it. Because for fuck's sake, there really isn't anything wrong with the Jada one. Like, to be honest, if you want a Lucy, just get the Jada one. It's like 30 something dollars and you get a bunch of hands, and the construction on it is really good. Um and I mean there's nothing wrong with this one. Like, I've seen people in there saying that this one's better than this one. I mean, articulation wise, you're gonna get more out of the Buzz mod, but this one is not to laugh at and say that it's a piece of shit, because this one is really good too. As my shoulder cracks. So yeah, I wouldn't say you need to go out and spend the $83 on this. I'm like, if you already have this one, you pretty much already are set with a Lucy. Now the only thing that Buzzmod should do, and if they do decide to make Rebecca, then I would say go out and spend whatever the money is for that, because I don't think Jada is going to be able to like give you the full value of that Rebecca. And the Ramonki gun girl, as good as she is and as much stuff that she comes with, she is very expensive on the secondary market, and she is very out of scale with David and Lucy, and her design doesn't match up with like the anime style of the two. So if Buzzmod does a Rebecca, by all means go out and get it. But it's not one of those that you have to rush to go get. And they're doing 1/12 scale acid rain figures, which I'm curious about these. I own a couple of acid rain figures. They're pretty good. They're very expensive though. They're usually like 40 to 50 bucks a pop. That's why I don't buy them anymore. But you know, if they do 1/12 scale, they're probably going to be really fucking expensive. But If they do like 112 scale versions of the ones that I have, then I will probably maybe consider it. Um, these are third party figures. I don't know anything about these, but I'd be tempted. I mean, she looks cool. I like that this is all soft goods. This is nice. I like that it's more soft goods. This one I might get, not because of that face, but because she has like tack gear and stuff like that, and she has a like an axe. I'm wondering if the little armory stuff would scale with her, because the Valver stuff might be too out of scale, and the Marauders stuff might be too out of scale. Something I'm gonna have to look into. But yeah, these look cool. There's a video of that robot. I'm gonna have to send that to Gaines after I get off this, and let him know that his robot is getting closer. Q3 of 2025. I don't know if this is on 5K or not, but he definitely needs it. Gaines definitely needs this figure. Oh, she's got magnets at her feet. I just noticed that. So I guess her stand is magnetic. Interesting. Very posable though, for like how thin her arms are and how like kind of thin the legs are. I'm very surprised at how articulated she is. Oh yeah, so the base is all metal. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, if they do like a regular version of her, maybe I might consider it, but like there's nothing really there for me with the translucent one. But anyway, that I think about covers it. I think we about covered everything. So let me figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Jada one is still better. Buzzmod only has a better. We'll have one better articulated. I was looking for you because I showed there was a 1/6 scale jury that I guess a third party company was doing. I talked about the Reveltech stuff, and you were the one that told me that all the Reveltech stuff got delayed over the past 8 months. I haven't. I think I wanted to from Dan, but unfortunately he had some personal things going on. His dad got sick, and then he got sick. And then his dad got better, and he got better, and then he got sick again. So and then he had to delay more of his stuff. So I'm in his Discord though, but I haven't ordered any of his stuff because yeah, he's got a lot going on, and it seems like every time he like opens up stuff for commissions, just like for some reason life just fucking hits him hard with something, and then he has to delay it again. So I haven't ordered any stuff from them. I did order, the last thing I ordered in terms of stuff was the soft goods that's on the milk tea girl. This jacket right here was like the last thing that I ordered, was this jacket. Because I meant to put it on my Figma Diva, but it's too big for her and too out of scale, so I just gave it to the milk tea girl that hangs out in my review area. She's like chilling back there. She's my way of getting people to watch my videos because I'm not entertaining enough. So I gotta throw something out there. I gotta throw something in the background to get you to pay attention. Just kidding. But no, I do have her in the background. It's just one of those things. Um, and we got Kaiju Kitty in here, who was unfortunately mistaken for Kaiju Daddy on Maximilian's stream last week. Uh, which, if you didn't watch that stream live, you missed out on probably one of the funniest fucking endings I've ever witnessed in a stream that I was in. Scotchy Daddy. He's usually on open mic night, and he's a collector. He lives in Japan and he collects a lot of 1/6 scale figures like Hot Toys. And he also collects Godzilla stuff as well. But he lives in Japan. Um but it was just really funny that that thing, that fucking ending. Um oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, make sure you plug that, um, or drop information about that in here, so we can get some people to tune in to support you on your stream with Kaiju Daddy, the Kaiju Inception. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything in the beginning for anyone that is just jumping in. I covered everything with DFW in the beginning, and then we took a look at some stuff. Yojo June has been probably the saddest. This might be the saddest fucking Yojo June that we've ever had. Um, I guarantee you, Hasbro is just gonna probably drop like a Rattler unboxing, um, and that'll be it. I think, probably for Yojo June. That's it. Um, but yeah, so I dropped a review this morning. I don't know if anyone's notifications went off or anything like that, but I tried something a little bit different in terms of editing, so you let me know if you like that. And I'll keep it going. I wanted to try a different style. I kind of did it with the super action stuff video, but this one I played around with a little bit more with the editing. Um, and did a few different things. And I'm also quite proud of myself because this one, I managed to cut my, I don't know how I've done it, but I've managed to cut my review time in half. So, what would have been usually a 30-minute review, I'm able to do in about 15 minutes or less. So, that's awesome. June 30th. Okay. So, everyone that's in here, June 30th, go on and support. That is not next, the following Monday. So the Monday after DFW, Kaiju Kitty will be on not only Ayo Frankie's stream, but he will also be on with Kaiju Daddy. So if you want to witness the Kaiju inception of Kaiju Kitty and Kaiju Daddy, June 30th, is there a time? Did he post a time or anything like that? If not, fuck it. I'll find the information. I'll put it in the community tab of my channel, and I'll try to put it on Insta so then we can get some people to go on there and support you. So yeah, I tried a couple of new things with that. But that might be I'm gonna try to get at least one more review up before DFW. If not, then that'll just surpass until until after DFW. And I think thanks to who was it that subbed to me? Who subbed to me last? Somebody did. But yeah, we're at 280 now, which pretty impressive. We were stuck at like 270 something for a little bit. There were some people stayed, some people left. It's whatever, it happens. Almost to 300 though, so we'll see if we can get to 300 before the end of the year. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, so I put up like I said, to put up a review. Let me know if you like it, if you like that type of style. Um, um, June 29th, I'll be drawing and hang out. Nice. It's a 500. That'd be a nice goal. I think if I could do it between now and like sometime next year, hit 500, that'd be cool. But if not, then it's okay. Yeah, let me know if you like it. I did tease. I do like to tease what the next review is going to be. So don't cheat. Don't cheat and fucking skip to the end of the video to see what the next review is. But it's in there. It's in the video. It's teased somewhere in the video. Watch it if you want to. If not, then it's whatever. But anyway, that's it for me. We've gone an hour and 35. I'm pretty sure I'm cutting into poor Mikey's stream. So, oh wait, did he stream? Oh no, he's at fucking Joe Fest this week. Was it Joe Fest? I forgot. I thought that he was streaming today. Well, I'm probably going to cut into the POA, so I don't want to do that. But anyway, thank you all for stopping in. And we're going to do a little roll call here. So, Kaiju Kitty, thank you. Jeff, thank you. I'll see you next week. Justin Booth, thank you. You were in the members. Or no, were you in the members stream last night? I'm not too sure. Filmy Gmod, thank you for being a consistent pop-in on my streams. I appreciate that. I've seen you for like the past couple of weeks. Abby was in here. He had to go to GameStop. I am gonna have to figure out the parental settings thing and ask him about that, because he wants his son wants to get into playing Fortnite, and I know there's a way to do parental filters on there to where he's not gonna get stuck playing with like weirdos on there. So I'm gonna have to look that up. Triple D's Dungeons, thank you so much. And then of course, Son of a Crayon Slayer is in here as well. So that's it for me. Thank you very much. I got a review to work on. I got pins to put on my backpack for next week. And I got a fucking pack for DFW, baby. So have fun. To everyone that I see next week, awesome. Again, if you see me at DFW, feel free to just stop by and say hello. Even if you're shy, I'm convention shy too. I understand. And then I will see all of you not next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, and we'll recap everything from DFW. Okay. Ta-ta. Take care. See you after DFW.